Calling to order the Municipality of Monroeville's regular council meeting for January 9th, 2024. It is approximately 7:10 p.m. If we'd all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Roll call, please.
Mayor Grieslock?
Here.
Mr. Hizzy?
Here.
Mr. Poach?
Here.
Mr. Stevenson?
Here.
Mr. Crut?
Here.
Mr. Adams?
Here.
Mr. Williams?
Here.
Mr. Biondo?
Here.
Mr. Graziani?
Here.
Mr. Ratcher?
Here.
Ms. Rock?
Here.
Mr. Hugus?
Here.
Mr. Sedlak?
Here.
Mr. Weldon?
Here. Welcome. We're going to start this evening with a presentation from Joe Story, the General Manager at the Monroeville Municipal Authority. Welcome, Joe.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Council.
Hi, Joe.
For those of you that don't know me, I'm Joe Story, General Manager of the Monroeville Municipal Authority. And this is my State of the Drought address. Mr. Mayor, I don't want to steal your thunder, so we'll be
That's
as
fine.
brief as possible. The Monroeville Municipal Authority purchased bulk finished drinking water by agreement from Wilkinsburg Penn Joint through 2016. At that time, a new 32-year agreement was executed with the Municipal Authority of Westmoreland County. That agreement terminates in 2048. The Municipal Authority of Westmoreland County supplies finished drinking water to the customers of Monroeville from the Beaver Run Reservoir and the Youghiogheny Reservoir. All Pennsylvania water suppliers, including Monroeville, are required to develop and maintain a valid drought contingency plan. This plan outlines watch, warning, and emergency stages, along with the associated triggers. The Monroeville Municipal Authority, being a consecutive system, meaning we purchase drinking water from Westmoreland, follows their plan in this particular situation. Their plan, Westmoreland's plan, utilizes triggers specific to reservoir storage elevations when defining the stages of drought contingency. So as you may know, on November 16th of this year, of 2023, that is, a stage 1 drought watch was declared by Westmoreland County. The Beaver Run Reservoir had reached a certain elevation. It triggered this, and a voluntary 5% conservation reduction was requested. Later on, in December of 2023, a stage 2 drought warning was declared by Westmoreland County. The Beaver Run Reservoir had again dropped another foot in elevation, and a mandatory 10 to 15% conservation reduction was requested. 10 to 15% conservation reduction equates to 6 to 9 gallons per day per person on a residential use. Now, while Westmoreland County and Monroeville Municipal Authority are strongly asking customers for a mandatory reduction, there's no enforcement currently. No businesses are affected or asked to stop their consumption. At this time of the year, most of the non-essential water use has already stopped. Nobody's watering their lawns, nobody's filling their pools, big items. On a positive note, conservation is working. During the month of December, Monroeville customers have reduced overall consumption by 10% when compared to December of the previous year. How we achieved that was Westmoreland County has reduced their daily reservoir draw from 21.5 million gallons to 17 million gallons per day. They supplement that with water pushed from the Youghiogheny Reservoir. The Municipal Authority of Westmoreland County has applied to the state for a conservation release flow reduction. They basically send 6.5 million gallons over the spillway at the Beaver Run Reservoir every day, and they're asking for a reduction in that amount, hold it back into the reservoir. The Municipal Authority of Monroeville is aggressively searching for and repairing leaks to make our distribution system as efficient as possible. We have analyzed approximately 50% of the Monroeville system since November. We go out, we listen for leaks, and if we find them, we fix them. And we've been on the road a lot fixing some of these leaks recently. We, the Monroeville Municipal Authority, maintains emergency interconnections and drinking water purchase agreements with Wilkinsburg Penn Joint. When we left them back in 2016, we never severed those connections, and we still have those agreements in place. So we recently evaluated, and we can confirm that these emergency interconnections with Wilkinsburg Penn Joint are operational and will work if we need them. So if a stage 3 drought emergency is declared by the governor of Pennsylvania or Municipal Authority of Westmoreland County, a prohibition of non-essential uses, a mandatory conservation reduction of 15% or greater, the shedding of customers, and the restricting of water supply all can occur. Monroeville Municipal Authority rules and regulations reserve the right to restrict the supply of water in case of scarcity or whenever public welfare may require it. To avoid additional conservation measures and impact on MMA customers, supplemental drinking water can be purchased at an increased cost from Wilkinsburg Penn Joint to balance the water consumption needs of MMA customers. So what I'm trying to say is we're not at risk of running out of water. We have options. Not all of these communities that Westmoreland County, Municipal Authority of Westmoreland County serves has that option. A public notice explaining this was posted on my website last week, monroevillewater.org, and it will be inserted with the January bills. I have copies of this public notice here. It's also out in your lobby. I guess the main thing to stress is we have options, and it may cost us some additional funds to go that route, but we have options. And I'm always available to answer questions from council, from customers, anybody that would like to talk to me.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Story.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Wilkinsburg aren't in any drought stage at all?
No, sir, they draw their water from the
The
Allegheny
Allegheny.
River.
Okay. All right, thanks, Joe.
Council, any other questions, comments?
No.
Did Westmoreland Water, did they oversell from Beaver Run, or?
I can't answer to that. I've heard a lot of rumors, but they have not restricted flow to us, meaning the amount that we're contractually obligated to purchase, they have not reduced that at all. When I spoke to their manager this morning, he was very optimistic that we will not have to get, stage 3 will not be enacted. The rainfall today is definitely going to help the reservoir. If it doesn't rain another drop, I'm told there's at least 200 days of water in that reservoir.
And why did they release 6 million gallons a
The
day?
stream the stream
the
below the
fish.
reservoir
With a fish.
is a brown trout. Yeah, and it's, they have applied for a reduction in the flows. Whether they get it or not, I do not know.
Did they give any indication of how long they're going to be in stage 2?
Until the reservoir goes back up in elevation. Right now, we're at 1032. The reservoir elevation was 1032.3. So I would assume that these benchmarks of 1033 and 1034, as it goes back up, we can release the.
And there'll be
send out an all-
notification of that?
Yes,
also?
we'll send out an all clear and,
All right, thanks, Joe.
yes, sir.
Great. Thank you so much.
No problem, thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
I'm going to open the floor for public comment on proposed agenda items only. There will be another comment period at the end of this meeting for any municipal item, but this comment period would be for any agenda item. Seeing none, we're going to close the comment period. And on the agenda for this evening is the annual State of the Municipality address as per our home rule charter. Council members, Manager Graziani, department heads, Solicitor Ratcher, Monroeville citizens, Section 606G of Monroeville's Home Rule Charter requires the mayor to prepare and deliver a State of the Municipality report for 2024. Unfortunately, this report needs to begin with an account of two separate officer-involved shootings within the past 2 months. The most recent occurred last Wednesday, January 3rd, and previously on November 10th. In both events, these officers were actively pursuing armed criminals who in turn opened fire at our officers while they were in their vehicles. The first occurred in Allegheny Township, Westmoreland County, and most recently here in Monroeville. Both sustained non-life-threatening injuries, but the effects of these injuries to these brave individuals, their families, and fellow officers are unimaginable. In both cases, the officers exceptionally performed as trained under extreme conditions, and the criminals were immediately apprehended without return fire. These events serve as a reminder of the dangers of this line of work and an opportunity for the community to recognize these men and the entire department for their ongoing service to Monroeville. I'm proud of the way these officers conducted themselves, the other officers involved during the response, and the continued professionalism the entire department displays. Our dispatch center, surrounding agencies, EMS departments, and healthcare partners, AHN and UPMC, all deserve credit for their actions and contributions on these 2 nights and throughout the year. We are also grateful to have the backing and support of Allegheny County District Attorney Steven Zappala and Westmoreland County District Attorney Nicole Ziccarelli, who have both expressed their commitment to fully prosecute the shooters. As always, we must ensure the police department has the resources to protect our officers and the public. We've been going through the multi-step process of adding more officers to the department and have finally certified a list of individuals from which we can hire. My hope is that we can hire for the appropriate needs of the department this year, starting with 4 as soon as February. The top priority of the municipality needs to be public safety and security. There have been ongoing efforts to improve the security of our public buildings and places this past year based on an independent evaluation completed by the Pennsylvania State Police. I'm happy to report that council recently approved the beginning of these upgrades and enhancements. Many of these enhancements involve cameras and technology. Cameras and license plate readers have been very successful for the past few years, and I ask that we explore ways to improve this technology, whether it be additional intersections or with partnerships with private businesses and entities. In 2023, the Mayor's Office, Municipal Council, the Municipal Manager Tim Little, department heads, and staff once again delivered and maintained a wide range of services and amenities without an increase in real estate taxes for the 2024 budget. This includes all general government services, in-house tax office, community development and planning, building and engineering, information technology, public safety, emergency dispatch center, public works, garbage and recycling collection, animal control, and animal shelter, public library, senior citizen center, numerous parks, recreational programming, outdoor amphitheater, and a public television station. The staff, department heads, Manager Little, and during 14 weeks of the year, interim manager Joe Sedlak deserve a tremendous amount of credit to provide these services and to develop the budget to do so in 2024. Several months ago, Municipal Manager Little, first being hired in 2010, announced that he intended to retire at the start of 2024. Tim's contributions to this community were numerous, while he navigated through the many challenges and opportunities that all municipalities face. Council started the search to replace Mr. Little in March of 2023 by hiring Public Partners, which is a local government consulting arm of the Allegheny League of Municipalities, which is a member organization that provides education and networking opportunities to Monroeville. Public Partners guided us through a thorough, thoughtful process that led to the selection of Alex Graziani as our new manager. Mr. Graziani has a background of over 25 years in city, county, and borough government management, nonprofit management, and as a planner in the private sector. We look forward to Alex bringing his experience, education, leadership, and enthusiasm to the community. This year, we also welcome a new council member, William Crutt, to represent the residents of the 4th Ward and look forward to his contributions and efforts as well. A program that needs to be revisited and acted on is our capital improvement program. This program outlines and funds long-term capital expenses in facilities, equipment, and infrastructure throughout all departments and the municipality. Our latest draft capital improvement plan has been developed, worked on, and considered for many years. The last capital program began in 2014 and concluded in 2018. Since then, projects were addressed once they were at a critical state and paid for most times from our fund balance. Long-term, this is not sustainable, nor is it the best approach. We need to review this document and update if needed. The biggest decision will be how to fund this very important program and move forward on approval. This past year, Council recently approved our updated zoning ordinance. This document was close to 40 years old. Although there were amendments to it over the years, this was a comprehensive review and update which covered factors in regards to land use, development, transportation, and quality of life, and will help guide neighborhood quality, economic development, and our commercial corridor. I want to thank our community planner and zoning officer, Paul Wielden, staff, planning commission members, Solicitor Ratcher, outside consultant, and council for getting this important document completed and approved. In addition to this, we need to explore options for economic development in the community. Although our business community is strong, there are areas we can improve in this current economy and current trends in retail and entertainment. There certainly is room in Monroeville for more quality businesses. To attract these businesses, we should continue to work closely with the Monroeville Area Chamber of Commerce under the leadership of President and CEO Sean Logan, real estate managers and owners, along with considering hiring a firm or consultant to assist in this effort. Our library, senior citizen center, and recreation and parks department continue to grow while providing a wide range of programming for Monroeville and its citizens. These departments are important for residents' health, well-being, and quality of life, and help attract new residents. All three of these human service departments are at or beyond pre-COVID attendance and offerings. Along with several other tasks, the IT department and Monroeville Municipal Television keep residents informed throughout the year via our municipal website, Nixle alert system, and televised and recorded meetings. These services are important to engage and inform citizens about what is going on in their community. Our Public Works Department continues to be responsible for street maintenance, snow and ice removal, storm sewer maintenance, street cleaning, and traffic signals for some 110 miles of streets and roads, as well as garbage and recycling collection for residential homes, park maintenance, vehicle maintenance, and animal control, and continues to do so at a very high level for the benefit of the community. This past year, 347 building permits with an estimated construction value of $62.6 million, which is a reflection of the amount of land development projects that were approved. One of those projects, the VA Outpatient Clinic on the Monroeville Mall property, opened its doors and joined our ever-growing medical community. The VA Clinic will serve the large number of Monroeville residents who served our country, along with veterans in the eastern region of Allegheny County and beyond. We are very proud to have the VA join our community and provide health care to those who have served. A few years back, Council passed our joint comprehensive plan along with Wilkins Township and Churchill. It addresses ways we can further advance our community along with our eastern suburb neighbors. Many of the plans were stalled for a variety of reasons, most notably the COVID pandemic. I encourage management and council to revisit these documents along with the active transportation plan and take steps towards enacting those outlined plans. Monroeville is a great community. It has numerous offerings, amenities, services, faiths, housing, and people. We can always do more and always do better. It does not take one individual, one council, one group, or one idea to do this. It takes many. I want to thank municipal council, management, staff, volunteers, the business community, community groups, organizations, houses of worship, and every resident. It takes all of us working together to continue to make Monroeville a great community. I now have an executive session announcement. The council conducted an executive session on Tuesday, January 9th, from 6:15 to 7 p.m. for personnel and litigation reasons. Council legislative action, if any, shall be taken at tonight's January 9th council meeting. Council, moving through the agenda, your minutes. Looking for an approval of the Citizens' Night meeting of November 9th, 2023, the council agenda-setting meeting of November 9th, 2023, the regular council meeting of November 14th, 2023, and the Citizens' Night meeting of December 5th, 2023.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion, a second to approve. Questions or comments, council? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Hizzy.
Aye.
Mr. Poach.
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson.
Aye.
Mr. Crut.
Aye.
Mr. Adams.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Mr. Biondo.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Reports of the tax collections, council. Is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and second to approve. Questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Biondo.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Mr. Adams.
Aye.
Mr. Crut.
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson.
Aye.
Mr. Poach.
Aye.
Mr. Hizzy.
Aye.
The ayes have it. List of bills and budget transfers.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve. Questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Hizzy.
Aye.
Mr. Poach.
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson.
Aye.
Mr. Crut.
Aye.
Mr. Adams.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Mr. Biondo.
Aye.
The ayes have it. And the payroll report.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Biondo.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Mr. Adams.
Aye.
Mr. Crut.
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson.
Aye.
Mr. Poach.
Aye.
Mr. Hizzy.
Aye.
The ayes have it. And all of these items were reviewed at last week's January 2nd agenda-setting meeting. Moving over to our vacancies on boards, commissions, and authorities. Mr. Hizzy.
I have none, Mayor, at this, oh, no, I do. Tom Gerber, seeking the first term of the Mall of the Visitors Convention Bureau.
Is that a nomination?
Is that a nomination or appointment?
That'd be appointment, please.
Motion to
Second.
appoint, is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second to appoint, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Anything else, Mr. Hizzy?
I have none. I am looking for a position on Parks and Recreation, if you could, anybody's interested in my ward. So really would appreciate somebody coming up to the plate for us here and helping us. That's all at this time, Mayor.
Very good. Mr. Poach?
Yes, I do have a couple of things this evening, Mayor. First of all, on the Monroeville Municipal Authority, this would be an appointment for Robert Petrilli.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to appoint, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? The ayes have it.
Mayor, quick question down the OPEB Employee Trust Committee. We have two vacancies on it. Can we do those together, or do we do them individually? Because I can do Mr. Pyeth and then Ms. Brown.
Why don't we do them individually?
Okay. So first I'll do Rob Pyeth as a representative,
Second.
and this is to appoint.
There's a motion and a second to appoint, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. And
The
Mr.
second one for that same group will be Dara Brown as a non-uniform employee and employee representative for
Second.
the Midwest.
That's a motion and a second to appoint, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
And the library board, we have a couple of vacancies going on there. First of all, this would be an appointment, be Cindy Lucas for an appointment there, second ward.
Second.
Motion and a second to appoint, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Right, and then the board has a nomination, but it's not an appointment, for Joe Markozic, but I think, yeah, Mr. Stevens will probably pick that back up.
Yes.
Sorry to you, but that's just that, well, let's just do that now. So that's the nomination for that for the library board for now.
And Mr. Marcosi?
Yeah, I'd like to nominate Joe Markozic for the
Thank you.
library board.
Yeah, that is a nomination.
Thank you, Bob.
Correct. Okay.
He is nominated.
We can't hear.
And I'll second that, that's fine. Thank you, Bob.
And Mr. Poach, do you have anything else?
No, sir, nothing else at this time.
Okay, Mr. Stevens, do you have anything else?
Other than our former state representative, Joe Markozic, going on the library board, which is a great thing. He actually has a library board or a library named for him in Plum. So he'll be a great asset to that board, so that's all I have.
Absolutely.
Excellent. So he is nominated to be considered next month
Yes.
for appointment. Mr. Crut, anything this evening?
No.
Mr. Adams?
I just want clarification on Tom Garber's appointment, though. I didn't catch how the vote went. I mean, we didn't,
It was all yeses, and there were no one objected when I asked for opposed.
Voice vote.
Was it a voice vote of,
okay. Well, I would have objected, but that's okay.
Well, there's 2 terms open, and that was
There
one.
isn't. We already did last month, we did the other term.
yeah, traditionally, the way, with these items, it's a voice vote and all in favor, and then and then I ask for if anyone is opposed, which I've done every time here. If I hear one opposition, then I go to a roll call vote.
That was my fault. I was
Okay.
silent on that. Okay, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Eric LaGorga, Ward 5, Parks and Rec Board.
Second.
Motion is second to appoint, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Anything else, Mr. Adams?
I'd like to nominate Tim Lionelli for the Planning Commission.
And that is a nomination,
Second.
so he is nominated. No need for a second for a
Oh, that's
nomination.
right.
Anything else,
Thanks,
Mr.
Mike.
Adams?
No, that's it.
Mr. Williams?
I'd like to appoint James Roosevelt to the Monroeville Municipal Authority.
Second.
A motion is second to appoint. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Anything else, Mr. Williams?
That's all I have, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Biondo?
Yeah, nominate Kevin Whitfield to the Zoning Hearing Board.
Second.
That's all I have.
Well, that's a nomination.
That's a
That's
nomination.
a nomination, okay. And that's all for this evening?
Yes.
Very good, thank you.
Okay.
Mayor, I'd like to make a comment.
Go ahead.
On the Ward 6 Municipal Authority pick, I just want to thank Mark Zawodniak. He filled in the last 2 years. He did a heck of a job and was on multiple boards down there. I just want to thank him for
Okay, good.
his work.
That's my understanding as well. All right, council, we're going to move through our agenda, our consent agenda, new business, which is in the orange section of your packet. 23-8-C, Verizon Wireless. Mr. Graziani, please.
Applicant is requesting conditional use approval pursuant to Section 504N Commercial Communication Tower of Monroeville zoning ordinance, number 2779, to permit construction of a 250-foot tall communication tower. The property is located at 2465 Johnson Road, and identified as tax parcel 641-G53 in the S Conservancy zoning district. The zoning hearing board granted a 50-foot height variance for the height of the tower to exceed the maximum permissible height of 200 feet. The planning commission recommends approval of this application.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
There is a motion and a second to approve. Questions or comments, council? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Hizzy?
Aye.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson?
Aye.
Mr. Crut?
Aye.
Mr. Adams?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Mr. Biondo?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Good luck with your project. Thank you. Council, moving to our motions, we have 2 this evening. Mr. Graziani.
One's done.
First is a motion to place a full-page advertisement in the amount of $100 in the program for the Gateway High School Musical Chicago Teen Edition.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
There is a motion to second to approve. Any questions or comments, council? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Biondo?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Mr. Adams?
Aye.
Mr. Crut?
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson?
Aye.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Hizzy?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next motion.
This evening, number 2, a motion to approve the property acquisition for the Tricog Land Bank for the property located at 255 Rosecrest Drive, lot and block number 640-H-316.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve. Questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Hizzy.
Aye.
Mr. Poach.
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson.
Aye.
Mr. Crutch.
Aye.
Mr. Adams.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Mr. Biondo.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Council, moving to the ordinances this evening. We have 3 to consider. Mr. Ratcher, please.
An ordinance of the Municipality of Monroeville, Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, amending ordinance 2630, the benefits of Monroeville exempt and non-exempt employees, whereby long-term disability claims shall be paid at 60% and retirement health savings accounts are increased to $1,200 per year.
Is there a motion,
I
Council?
make a motion.
Second.
And that motion, Mr. Hizzy, is to
To
approve?
approve.
Yes, thank you. And the
I'll second that.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Biondo.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Mr. Adams.
Aye.
Mr. Crutch.
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson.
Aye.
Mr. Poach.
Aye.
Mr. Hizzy.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Mr. Ratcher.
Next ordinance, an ordinance of the Municipality of Monroeville, Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, authorizing the proper officials of Monroeville to enter into a collective bargaining agreement for the years 2024 through 2027 with PSSU Local 668 SEIU, representing the municipal clerical workers and the emergency telecommunications officers.
Make a motion to approve.
Is this the one we wanted to table?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
I make a motion to table.
I'll second.
Motion is second to table, no further discussion.
No, just by way of explanation, I was informed by Mr. Sedlak, they were not able to complete the agreement with the union right now, so they're going to do some further bargaining.
Okay, hopefully for next month then.
Yep.
There is a motion and second to table, roll call, please.
Mr. Biondo.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Mr. Adams.
Aye.
Mr. Crutch.
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson.
Aye.
Mr. Poach.
Aye.
Mr. Hizzy.
Aye.
That item is tabled. Next ordinance.
An ordinance of the Municipality of Monroeville, Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, authorizing the proper officials of Monroeville to enter into a collective bargaining agreement with the Public Works Bargaining Unit beginning for 1 year, beginning on January 1, 2024 through December 31, 2024.
Motion to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve. Questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Hizzy.
Aye.
Mr. Poach.
Aye.
Mr. Stevenson.
Aye.
Mr. Crutch.
Aye.
Mr. Adams.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Mr. Biondo.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Moving to our reports of municipal staff. Mr. Rasher, anything?
Nothing, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Graziani.
Just quickly, I've been here about a week. Officially, my first day was January 3rd. As noted by the mayor, that was a significant day for the police force and the community here in Monroeville. And I can't tell you how proud I am to have had this week to see an amazing community in action. You talk about a great community, from the police themselves and how they responded with such discipline and training. It was outstanding. I was able to see some of that from the police chief's effort of sharing that with me, to the public works staff helping with cleaning the officers' driveways when this weekend snow happened, to the community rallying around with meals and support of affection and attention. Wow, talk about an introduction to a community. The best of Monroeville has been on display this week, and I can't thank council and mayor enough for giving me this opportunity to see this firsthand and be a part of it. I know we have a couple things this evening to reference related to the blue light and so forth, but thank you. This is a great community, and the way everybody has responded has just been tremendous. Thank you for letting me be a part of it.
Great. Mr. Hugus.
No, sir.
Ms. Rock.
Nothing.
Thank you. I'm going to open the floor for public comment on any municipal item. If there's anyone that's here this evening who'd like to comment on any municipal item, now would be your time to do so. Seeing no takers, we're going to close that comment period and move over to our reports of our council members. Mr. Hizzy, you good? I can't see it on the TV.
Yeah, I just have a couple things. Alex, congratulations on making your first week quitting on us. And anybody, I'm serious about the boards, and please, we do need people to fill these vacancies. And I have one in Parks and Recreation right now I'd really need help to fill. So anybody out there who wants to help us, please. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Poach.
Hopefully you guys can see my screen for right now.
There's something on the screen, but.
I can see it. There we go. Now we have it.
Thank you all, appreciate it. Folks, again, as I promised from last week, we have some of our committees and board authority appointments. There's 24 different groups on here, and I tried to come up with a way that I didn't, sit here and have Mrs. McAdoo's fingers fall off seeing them all in pro. So I broke them down by the person that's the lead for each of these as well. However, I did not add the alternates and the backups, which there are plenty for people, so that we're always involved in our liaison activities. Mr. Hizzy, though predominantly its Creek does have a K in it. I do know that. I did that. But Turtle Creek Valley Council Governments, the Tri-Cog Land Bank, and the Municipal Authority, as well as the Public Safety Committee, and an add-on as an alternate on the 4th of July Committee as well. Myself, the County League of Municipalities, Allegheny County Boroughs Association, and State Association of Boroughs delegates to all of those, as is Mr. Hizzy delegates, I forgot to mention, on the Turtle Creek Valley Council of Governments committees. Our Intergovernmental Cooperation Committee, along with the Mayor and Mr. Biondo, Public Safety Committee, and the Library Board. Mr. Stevenson, the Police Pension Committee, the Public Works and Grounds, is going to be very busy this year and really busy with our Recreation and Parks Advisory Board as well. Mr. Crutt, our Police Civil Service Commission, the Trail Advisory Committee group, as well as an add-on to our Public Safety Committee group, bring his expertise to that. Mr. Adams and Mr. Williams, I'm going to mention at the same time. I believe we have by rule that the OPEB Trust Committee individuals have to appear on two committees at the same time, the OPEB Trust Committee and the Financial Policy Committee. To do that, our Non-Uniform Pension Committee and our Senior Citizens Committee liaison. It's a new work for Mike, and thanks for taking that on, Mike, to do that. Mr. Williams, I think your car is parked right here, sir, if I recall correctly. Your OPEB Trust Committee as well, and the Finance and Policy Committee with Mr. Adams, same time. Human Needs and Resources, and an alternate on the Non-Uniform Police Pension to do that as well. Mr. Biondo, our Convention and Visitors Bureau liaison, and as an add-on to that, the 4th of July parade, because to a liaison between what we do with our Visitor and Convention Bureau folks and our own 4th of July parade and the Monroeville Finance Authority. So hopefully that's everything else. I will get these to Mrs. McIndoe and the complete list, the rest of council shortly.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Very good.
All right.
Anything else, Mr. Coach?
No, that's all for tonight.
Thank you, sir. Mr.
Thanks
Stevenson.
for letting me join, by the way. Thanks. This way.
I have two things. The first is I want to welcome Alex, look forward to working with him, as well as Mr. Crutt. Welcome, gentlemen. It should be an interesting couple years. And the last thing I have is, ladies and gentlemen, winter has showed up, so get ready for it. It's not going to get better. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Stevenson. Mr. Crutt.
Nothing, thank you.
Mr. Adams.
I'd like to send my prayers and thoughts to the officer that was shot the other day. And speedy recovery.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. Mr. Williams.
I got a news release from State Representative Brandon Markosik's office. Him and Jim Brewster acquired grants for the Monroeville Municipal Authority of almost $1,076,000 to rehab the sewer systems. And what that means is there'll be no funds passed on to the water customers with this money. So it's going to help every one of us with our water bills. And Joe, you've done a great job. Thanks for your report. And this is good news when Monroeville can receive this kind of money. So I want to thank Brandon Markosik and Jim Brewster for their efforts in acquiring this money. I got a friend by the name of Jay Hoffman, who turned 97 in November. He's an Air Force veteran of World War II. And when people turn this age, they need some kind of media presentation. I want to thank him for his service in many years. Also, do you have Frida's picture?
Don't have it.
Don't have it? Well, Frida Perbanik, who will be 96 this month, she's the mother-in-law of Pat Fulkerson. I worked with her husband many years as a structural arm worker. And often we thank our military for their service, but I want to thank Frida for her service in taking care of the family, being home while her husband was in the service, and we forget to do that. And our wives have had a great place in this country in holding it together while our men was out in the military, and the women too. So thank you, Frida, and happy birthday. Yes, Pat?
106.
106. How'd I get 96 out of that? Wow.
You missed 10 years.
10 years is 10 years. But, thank you. So 106 years young, and that's exciting to be able to wish her a happy birthday. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Mr. Biondo.
Yeah, just get well to the officer, and nice job over the weekend and today from the Public Works crew. You guys did a great job with the roads. That's all I have.
Thank you. I'll echo your sentiments too, Mr. Biondo. And in regards to our ongoing support of the police department and our police officers, the Parks and Recreation Department and the police department are, I don't know if we have a flyer for this, Jared, but the Blue Light Project. These are blue light bulbs, so you can purchase them through the Monroeville Recreation Department. There we go, thank you. It's a $10 donation. This money benefits, all sales profit will benefit the Monroeville Police Benevolent Fund to be used to support the officers, their families, and the community. You can purchase your own bulb to install or purchase through the Rec Department a blue bulb. This is an 8-watt, I believe it's 8-watt, LED. So install a blue outdoor light bulb to show your support for the Monroe Police Department and to show that their community stands behind them. So please, if we get many people doing that and show their support, that would be very appreciated. Yeah, once again, I want to thank Mr. Story for coming out. We appreciate the update and to know that there is, we do have redundancy, nothing to worry about. I think that was the take-home message that, stay calm, we have plenty of water. And with that, I want to seek a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? This meeting is adjourned. Thank you and good night.